What's up, YouTube? YouTube. What's up, YouTube? So I'm gonna share the screen. I'm going on YouTube and I'm gonna show you. Um, I did a video a few minutes ago called "Faith Without Works is Dead" on Facebook, and I'm gonna share the video so you can see some of it, but not all of it. It's on Facebook. You gotta go to my Facebook page. What you got to understand when they talk about faith without works, right? So let's go to the video. So family, I'm back. Through equal protection and due process, a mill, factory, or other establishment for performing industrial labor of any. So let's go here. My mic, they said my mic came unplugged. It wasn't unplugged. You can see the cord. Here's the cord. They cut my mic off, family. They cut the mic off. They cut it off. They stopped the information from happening. And they probably going to shadow ban me. So I need y'all to share this information. So check dig works. Sometimes a mill, factory, or other establishment for performing industrial labor of any sort. Okay. Also a building. So let's break this down in this video. If you go to my Facebook page and we talk about faith without works is dead. So that whole statement is you will not get full faith and credit, right? For your works. You are dead in the eyes of the law. You are civilly dead. So you are civilly mortus. Why? In the fiction world, you have to manufacture something to make a claim of right. So we're going to talk about patents and we're going to talk about all of this. And I break that down in that video. I don't want to go back over the video, but just showing you some definitions because I want to go through piercing the veil. But I want to show you something as it relates to this, and I'm going to keep it simple. So, to promote the progress of science and useful arts by securing for a limited time to authors and invention the exclusive right to their respective writings and discoveries. So, this is a constitution. So, under here, I just want to show you something, right? This is how you become a secure party by securing for a limited time. You only got a limited time. You have now you are secured in your right under this exclusive, which giving you, I'm sorry, let me erase that, which is giving you, right, which is giving you exclusive rights is a monopoly, meaning that you have to monopolize. So you have the right to exclusive rights over that. So whatever the trust say, it's irrevocable. Nobody can override or scrutinize with this, but you have to do everything in a particular manner. So this is a case that I pulled up. Eric Elder ETAL petitioner v. Versus John D. Ashcroft, Attorney General. So they they talk about a patent monopoly, copyrights, and monopolies on exclusive writings. So this case break it all down to show you, right? Congress grants monopoly privilege to authors and inventors and their successors. So what do that mean? And then I'm gonna show you under the jurisdiction how they do strict scrutiny, right? It talk about, it says once a patent issue is strictly construed. So how you gonna write your trust? So you got to understand language, trigger language, reservation of rights through nationality, all of this stuff. You still reserve your rights to nationality to claim treaty. Contracts got to be very specific that you don't waive any rights when you understand and how to do that. So I talked about a trust company. A trust company is a trust that create companies. Okay, you create a trust company that that holds that, and I can show you how to do that as a. But it's several layers to this process that I'm putting it all together. I'm redoing mine and putting it all together. I got all the pieces now that's necessary under making sure that everything reaches what they call constitutional muster, family. Everything reaches, but let's go into piercing the veil. See, here's the problem with a lot of you guys. So, okay, your car and all of these different things. Remember, Congress, right? Once a once property is once property you only get a limited time for authors and inventors to exclusive rights. That's why cars is always can come out every year. That's why they always adding over so often with the money. Every so years they create new money. Every suit, iPhones, you always got a new iPhone pretty much every year. Why is that? So that you can constantly reserve the rights. Because once you add a new feature and something that creates a new patent. Now, once that go through, you create this new patent and all of that, right? And once they know how to do it, they just keep doing it and they preserve their rights within the United States. So when we talk about faith, right, the full faith in credit, right? So we're gonna go to some Black's law and we're gonna look up. I looked it up in the etymology. Right. Let me see. Works. I looked up works. I want to look up faith. Right. Faithfulness to a trust or a promise. Loyalty to a person. They get royalties, right? So when you talk about an obligation and a duty or loyalty, we talking about you supposed to get your royalties, right? This is where you supposed to get your benefits and you get exclusive rights over that. So whatever you put out got to come back. That's the law of attraction. That's the law of uh, the seven principles, hermetic principles that you got to understand. So you got to understand these laws um, of everything. So what the mind is, what the mind is. I mean, what the mind is, the person is. If the mind is guilty, then the person is guilty. You see what I'm saying? This is why you got to put everything in express trust so it can have strict scrutiny as it relates. They have to understand that. And a lot of y'all just don't understand how to contract. And I keep trying to tell y'all the devil is in the details. So we're going to talk about, like, I got intellectual property clause. I break down this intellectual property clause grants ownership of patents to inventors of the patent. And I got the case law that also support it. We're going to even look at the scripture. And it says, and the scripture was fulfilled with would say if Abraham believed God, and it was imputed. Let's look up this word imputed so y'all know what you're reading. I like to use the etymology, right? When we talk about faith without works is dead, I want y'all to understand. Imputed. Having the characteristic imputed into the mule, especially a stubborn. Uh there's mules. Impute. I'm sorry. From the word imputer, and directly from Latin imputer to reckon, make account of, charge, ascribe, right? From assimilated from into, to trim, to prune, to reckon, to clear up, to settle the matter, right? So let's go back to the scripture, right? Imputed unto him for righteousness, right? What is righteousness as it relates to jurisdiction, right? That mean claim, right? Righteousness. You have that right. You have a claim. You have that right, family. And it was called the friend of God. And ye see that how that the works a man is justified. Ye see then how that by works a man is justified, and not by faith only, right? That's why it says you have to walk by faith and not by sight. But faith without works is dead. So what does that mean? Okay, when you talk about faith, you want to get the full faith of credit, and that means whatever you express or whatever is written in your heart, whatever that you say you gonna do, you gonna do. You are bound to your word. So whatever you say to people, you got to understand. And it says, likewise, also was not rehab the harlot justifies by works, when she had received the messenger and had sent them out another way. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. So you are civilly mortus, because in the public, this is what you got to understand. You voluntarily gave everything to the public. They're acting as a trustee over your property. So you, right, didn't create no works. So you have no full faith and credit in which they have to abide by your contract, in which they have to be, then they have to use the strict scrutiny standard under contract law, which is substantively a substantive right that they got to go by the contract and nothing else. So a lot of y'all don't understand what to look for. When you understand and litigate it as much as I have, you know what to look for. You stop playing these games. So stop putting things in a trust that don't belong to you. You can't put money, you can't put cars in them trusts. That stuff belongs to the public. It's in the public domain. So what are you supposed to do? You let the corporation control it. You indemnify yourself and put it together, and you create companies, and you understand how to create companies by creating money through understanding how to create trust and trust companies, and learn how to insure those companies, and learn how to have those companies have value through insurance. Y'all ain't ready for this. Y'all is not ready for this information. This is why I say when you learn this information, right, you know what to look for. So, how do your veil get pierced? I just showed you under the Constitution. Y'all try to put cars, homes, all these different things in your trust. Here's the problem. For a limited amount of time, authors and inventions own those things. And if you don't have certain things put in place, then you ain't gonna get no money. So we in the wealth building process, family. Let's get to the money. So a lot of people, when I share this, y'all need to understand what's going on with this information. So I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you where I'm getting my language from. I can show you everything so you can see. And so watch the video, Full Faith. Faith without works is dead. So you understand that need you need this work. It's your boy King L Bay dropping this science all day. I'm out of here. I'm in the building. Peace.